Okay, here's all the parts of our gun disassembled, all laid out nice. Started lubricating and got everything cleaned up. But really nothing to this gun, pretty simple. Pretty easy to take apart once you know. Okay, and when reassembly, I like to start with the barrel, the spring. Collapse the spring right down and hold it. And then you're gonna grab your slide setup and slide it down. And you're gonna have to watch that you don't lose your little spring that holds your little ball bearing down in here. So once you have this all together, you're gonna collapse the spring just like this, hold it, and then you're gonna put your bolt in place. And I'm losing it there. And it just sits in like that, and then just slowly let the spring pull everything forward into place. As long as that's all lined up, she's ready to just start putting all the other little pieces together. All right, now we're gonna put this back in here and just line it up. Make sure your rails hit the slots right there and just slide it into place right down to the nuts touching the threads. Then you're gonna fit your lower on. You can see where it's got a nice rounded edge. It fits into here. So you're just gonna set it down, pull your action back a little bit so that it drops in there. Nice, and then you let your spring tension off so your trigger lines up. You have to make sure there's no gaps. So we got a little bit of one, so we just tap it into place. See how it fits nice up in there? Fits nice back here, no gaps. And that lower section's all put together. Next, we're just gonna start assembling the parts for the barrel. This just fits snug, you just gotta work it down into place. And the threaded piece. One set of threads, second set of threads, just snug it up. Nut. Same thing. All right, now we got her to this stage. What we want to do is, while we have it exposed before we put the fore end on, is we want to just pull a little tension off of the bolt. And this is where we're going to drop that little tiny ball bearing into that little slot, and it's going to fit right in the middle on the bottom. And if it's against the back, you ain't going to be able to put that pin in. So that's where I'm going to drop it in and use my little magnetic screwdriver to position it so it falls into the little slot above that spring, and it'll sit there. And then when you put your pin back in, she's just going to fall right into place. So I'm just going to pull the tension back, drop the ball in, take my little magnetic screwdriver, pull it back. Okay. There, you can see the ball in the bottom of that slot. And with holding still with spring tension, you can see the little spot for the ball facing down. There, just pushed it into place, and that ball and the spring hold that into place. So when you're pulling this out, you just wiggle it and it'll pop out, because it's just that ball bearing and the spring tension in that little divot that holds that into place. And we get back to tightening the nut onto the receiver with the spanner wrench. And you want to make sure, because there is spring tension on this, make sure that you do not cross thread this. All right, tighten the nut till it's right up against the housing. You don't need to over tighten this, just snug, just give it a push. You've done that, you can slide your rear end on. And that too, you know everything's right, because this all fits nice together, tight. End your barrel on. Same thing. Just hand tight. All we got left is the stock. At 6 mil again. Same thing. You don't have to go overly tight. This is something to watch for, because if they do come loose, same thing. Like you see where I'm holding the ratchet, T-handle's the same, just snug. You just don't want this any play in here, because this could snap if there was slopper in there. And just a matter of putting your rubber piece on in your screw, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Anyways, let's put in your TK12S. Taking it apart, cleaning it, putting it back together. Thanks for watching.